Some believe games just fall into your lap. Good ones, bad ones. But for me, the unknown mystery of how some of these games find me will plague my thoughts forever. This all started May 2nd, 2021, an average day.
Freeze! Who are you? What are you doing here?
Hold your fire! I'm a human! What's going on in this town?
Hold on. The entire city was infested with zombies.
Until a knock came at my door. Again. How do these people keep finding my house? Okay, let's see what this is. Trust no one. Xfiles Resist or Serve is a survival horror game developed by Black Ops Entertainment and published by Venvetti Universal Games in 2004. This is the third installment of the game series based upon the highly popular TV show The Xfiles that aired from 1993 to 2002.
They're here, aren't they?
They've been here for a long, long time.
The Xfiles.
The plot of the game is supposed to be set during the 7th season of the show. Mulder and Scully are tasked with investigating some mysterious deaths and disappearances in Colorado, supposedly having to do with witchcraft.
Coinciding. I'm guessing I wouldn't be looking at their profiles unless someone thought these girls were directly involved.
Actually, most of the angry citizens of Red Falls hold the twins responsible. It seems Mandy and Caitlin Winslow are practitioners in the ancient art of witchcraft.
Witchcraft?
Pilgrims want justice.
Little do they know that this simple assignment, well, simple for Mulder and Scully, would drag them into an all-out war for humanity with only two options: resist or serve. The game is broken into 3 levels, all presented as new episodes taking place sometime in the 7th season of the main canon of the show. While this was a good idea, it does a very poor job of executing an episodic feel.
Kill me now.
And since this game came out 2 years after the main show had ended, excluding its brief comeback in 2016 and 2018, there was no reason to think that this game would be anything but good, especially because it was presented as 3 brand new episodes written by Tom Schnoss himself, who was the writer and producer for the 9th season of X-Files. This was also before this catastrophe happened.
Kill me now.
As soon as the game begins, you can tell that the mechanics were designed to copy other popular horror-related games of that era. What I appreciate is that you could tell a developer really tried to capture the mannerisms and tools used by Mulder and Scully in the show. They carry flashlights, say unique dialogue upon interacting with things in the game, and take notes on whatever they see or experience. You can play as either Mulder or Scully, having different branching styles as you play. Mulder's story is more action suspense, and Scully's more scientific and skeptic. Sadly, that is where the positive things stop.
Kill me now.
Tell me, when in X-Files did we ever see Mulder or Scully kill people who they think may be savable in an episode? Let alone gun down unarmed civilians who may be under some sort of mind control. And for the love of God, when did Mulder and Scully learn the best way to defeat aliens, zombies, and Cenobites from Hellraiser was to kick them in the balls? Repeatedly. Seriously, I have not seen so much nard-pounding action in a video game ever. Level 1, Renaissance. This level, or episode, began on a high note with the setup of the story, and its attempt to capture that Resident Evil, Silent Hill aesthetic.
This is a bad dream, right?
Mulder.
I can't get a signal. I'm gonna find a hard line. Are you okay here, Scully?
Yes, hurry.
The charm of this level, however, fades fast once you learn that most of the game is padded more than the room that they were keeping the Pusher in Season 5. You search for 2 missing girls who are accused of using witchcraft on the town and investigating reported deaths and disappearances. As you explore the town, you discover there is a lot more to this case than meets the eye when you find out the smoking man may be involved. This level drones on and on, doing mostly busy work that sends you backtracking multiple times. By the time I was finished with this level, I didn't even care what was actually going on.
Kill me now.
Episode 2, Renaissance. This was the episode that really hooked me in. This level really felt like a true X-Files experience, starting off in the offices of the FBI and being chewed out by Assistant Director Skinner.
Hazmat crews scoured Briar Lake and were unable to come up with anything. The facility was stripped and abandoned.
A well-funded program gets a grade A cover-up. I'd look for the union label on this one.
Your sarcasm aside, Agent Mulder, I'm trying to help.
Then it quickly turns into one of those early season episodes of X-Files, where paranoia and delusions make you second-guess everyone around you, including your allies.
Were dreamed of.
What's wrong, Mulder? We thought you'd be stoked.
Mulder, I need to give you this injection. Mulder, you're sick. Let me do this. Mulder?
This really draws you in and puts the trust no one message in your brain until
I have to go.
Yeah, just as fun as the level began, it was over just as fast. This level took me 20 minutes to complete. That's less than an actual episode of X-Files. This plotline was way more in the line of how this game should have went, with Mulder and Scully finding out that Krychek is working with the Smoking Man for some nefarious reason having to do with the alien black oil, and once Mulder is on the case, people and aliens alike are after them to silence them.
I don't think Mulder's gonna make it.
That's unacceptable. The success of the project depends on the life and death of Agent Mulder.
Episode 3, Reckoning. This episode starts out the laziest way out of them all. As Mulder pursues Krychek to Russia, the level opens with Mulder laying on the ground as these crazy Russian guys want to cut off his arms.
I know exactly what goes on there.
Then you know what must be done. No arm, no test.
No. The smallpox scar is some kind of identification tag. You don't have to do this. Removing the arm does nothing.
Мы спасаем тебе жизнь.
Resulting in the most hilarious stage of idiotic enemy programming known to man. I'll explain a little more on that later. Anyway, once Mulder escapes Shankfest 2004, he hunts for Krychek, whom is somewhere in this top secret base. I should also state that throughout the game, Mulder keeps seeing visions of this priest guy, who I can only assume is a villain because he hangs out with what looks like the Cenobites from Hellraiser.
Pain has a face. Allow me to show it to you.
Basically, this level is a lot like level 1. Lots of backtracking, lots of pointless clues to what is actually going on, and a lot of kicking people in the nuts. You even kick the aliens in the nuts. By the time you're at this point of the game, you can tell and feel this is much like how the ending season of the original X-Files show was. Lazy writing, jazz hand excuses for events, and in the end, it was what we always knew it was gonna be. Aliens.
No, okay, I'm not saying it's space aliens, right? But it goes without saying it's fucking space aliens!
On a scale of 1 to 10, I give X-Files Resist or Serve a 3. I really had to push myself to complete this game. By the end of the first level, I did not want to suffer any longer in what seemed to be a never-ending rinse and repeat of enemies and tasks in order to proceed. The game punishes you for not backtracking across the map to save your game. And to add insult to injury, the game does nothing to telegraph to you the player that you're about to fight a boss enemy that could kill you in a matter of seconds when you open a door. I lost 45 minutes of gameplay in my first playthrough due to being killed by a postal worker with a goddamn AK-47. Figures. The story is weak and feels like something regurgitated from a previous episode, having to deal with the alien black oil and just disguising aliens as the priest people, when it probably would have been more interesting to just come straight out and say aliens are finally making their move to attack us.
Kill me now.
What really kicks me in the nuts is how Mulder and Scully have to never answer for basically eradicating an entire town of people, whom for all we know, could have been saved once the aliens were dead. I don't know what's worse, the lazy writing and plot holes, or the derpy, expressionless faces of Mulder and Scully throughout the game.
And Caitlin Winslow are practitioners in the ancient art of witchcraft.
Witchcraft? Witchcraft? Witchcraft?
So you know how I said we would come back to the knife guys trying to kill Mulder? Well, I figured it out rather quickly that in this game, the enemy AI is some of the dumbest I've ever seen for a PS2 game. It was programmed to go after the player, yes, but at the same time, it was programmed to attack blindly anything close to them. I don't know if this was due to time restraint or sheer laziness, but I'm guessing laziness. In every level, without fail, enemies will attack each other and you. You can tell this is not intentional, due to them getting in each other's way while trying to get you. Even boss enemies will do this. They will attack their own minions, or the minions will attack the boss, all because they were programmed to hit whatever is next to them in hopes that it's the player. Incredibly stupid? Yes. Incredibly funny? Yes. The checkpoint system in the game is non-existent, and this is a huge problem in later parts of the game, when enemies use guns, and the final boss has 4 stages that include you literally redoing the same 4 boss fights over again that you already beat, depleting your ammo and health with little to no way to refill them, just so you can fight an alien boss whose life bar is spongier than the T-1000, and he can reanimate alien minions for an unlimited amount of times. It goes without saying, the voice acting in this game is great, having all the cast from the show reprise the roles. And the cutscenes of the game make you wish this was just an animated movie and not a game.
Agent Mulder, where are you calling from? Yeah, the security countermeasures are going ballistic.
I'm at a secret research facility called Briar Lake. I want to know if you can hack into this computer and find me a code for the security system.
All I can ask is why? If there was supposed to be a great X-Files horror game, then the PlayStation 2 was the system to have it on. I do appreciate that this is an actual game this time compared to the PS1 X-Files game, which was more of a boring point-and-click adventure. But how did this happen? Where the story had to be so convoluted and boring, why did the story have to be set in the middle of the 7th season at all? And not just be its own thing, with 3 episodes being original and all different. Last but not least, this game is not meant to be played by the casual X-Files fan. As I played, I kept saying, wow, unless you've been watching the show religiously, there is no possible way you're going to know whom these characters are, what the black oil is, or why you stab aliens with a pointy stick in the back of the neck, or why Mulder would be sad the newest porn videos are all gone.
Ass Lover 36 is out already.
What are you watching, Mulder?
It's the world's deadliest swarms. You said you were going to be unreachable. What's going on?
If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. And for more videos like this, subscribe. This is Forrest, this is Retro or Die, and I'll see you on the next game review.
You will return